Alright, so it's 8:28. I'm in the studio right now, and as you can see, it's completely dark. And I just thought this would be the perfect time to show how to film in low light, how I would shoot in low light. This is what we're gonna be using, the power of light. So as you can see, I got a light on. It's not on its best position right now. If I was shooting outside in this situation, I would use a street light as a practical light, right? Which is the exact same thing that I have right here. You want a viewer to basically not understand where's the light coming from. You just want to feel natural. Obviously, for a lot of people outside, they're amateur. They just want to turn the lights on, full brightness and everything. Because it's dark and they feel like everything needs to be seen as a cinematographer. But we're supposed to make things feel natural and organic all the time, remember. The first step for me right now would be turn this light down, but I can't. So that's why I'm just go ahead and place it at maybe right behind something, just right behind the black panel in the corner. So the same thing. Since we can't really turn this light down, we can put it on behind something, right? So let me show you the most important thing for me is start retaining detail, on a scene, but also pretty much creates a separation. So that even though this is like a dark scene, you feel you can still see like all the details on everything, right? You're supposed to see me like properly right now. If I didn't have a light, what I probably did was just, let's say I'm in the street, so I was just standing in the street light right next to the street light and use that as my main source. But with the street lights, we pretty much have that concept color, temperature, so it doesn't always look good on skin tones. And to me personally, it's kind of hard to color grade that, right? Another tip when you shoot low light is you want to make sure you shoot at a native ISO. On the Sony A6000, which is the one I got right now, the lowest I can go is 100, and the highest that I'm gonna go is 3,200. You want to make sure that you're also shooting at a low f-stop, at a lowest stop as well. Right now I'm shooting at a f3.5, which is the lowest I can go on this specific camera. On this kit lens, which is 15 millimeter Sony lens, the one that comes with the camera. And if I was to put this in a difference, let's say that you are like shooting in a different camera, right? So let's say if I was to put this like this at a 3.5 or something like that, it will be too dark, as you can see, right? With the trend, with the 3.5 pretty much. But if you do have like a light source, it doesn't really matter, believe me. Something else is very important. You're shooting at a low light. We want to utilize the environment. We need to look around and see what else has natural light on it, right? So got some light source, natural light source. If I was actually to put a camera on this side and you can see the background light, it can give you a total different scene, and at the same time it'll give you probably a more dynamic look. So for example, right now I'm just gonna move this over the camera. Now I got it on a tripod. Usually when I'm in low light situations like this, I love to scan my environment first and actually see what I can use to my advantage. So for me, the light in the background adds a lot of character on the shot. It doesn't seem like it because the camera hasn't been set up yet. Just always try to focus on the subject and let the environment do the rest of the work. You will be surprised with how amazing your footage turns. Right now I'm shooting in a 3,200, which is the maximum. Actually gonna turn this down and add some we will see if it's possible to shoot like this. So right now the ISO I'm shooting is at 800, and I just cranked this light up right here in front of me. I'm actually super curious to see how this goes. So right now the ISO I'm shooting at is 1200. Something I don't really like when it comes to lighting the subject is I don't like having the light directly on the subject in front like this, when it's really just standing in front of the subject. And as you can see it in the last shot, it was a little shaky, blurry, and that is because to compensate the ISO, I had to lower the shutter speed, which is another thing we also need to keep in mind. One thing I didn't do today I would usually have a softbox straight over my head, I mean down towards the ground. What it does is pretty much create a lot of shadows on my face. It just looks very dramatic, and from music videos, a lot of the time the energy is very dark. That works a lot, but overall I just love the overhead lighting with the softbox specifically. Now this is something that is very important too, and that will make the videos look way better. But yeah, those are my main tips for the film and low light. I guess the next video is gonna be how to expose for black. Hopefully I didn't waste your time with the advice that I just gave. So this helped, just let me know, or if I need to go more in detail, also let me know in the comments as well. You know who I am, Juster. Peace.